But with every major step we take to make our city safer, state gun laws put our citizens at greater risk. Last year, the Columbus Division of Police confiscated more than 2,600 guns. That's 2,600 guns off the streets of Columbus in just 1 year. Last year, illegal guns were used in more than 74% of homicides in Columbus. And that's 78 people in Columbus killed by a gun. A plain and simple fact. There are too many guns on the streets of Columbus. They are taking the lives of too many of our young people. Every day in America, 34 Americans are murdered with guns. And on stage with me today are 34 victims, their family members and friends whose lives have been changed because of gun violence. Their pain is our pain. Their tragedy is our tragedy. Ghani Goings and her family are here with us today. Ghani's son Derek was murdered with a gun in a robbery. Since then, Ghani has founded Hearts Healing Hearts, which helps those who are grieving take a stand against violence. Thank you, Ghani. And then there's Nick Braxton, was shot along with 4 other young men at a party on the east side of Columbus. His friend Eric Reeves lost his life that night at the age of 17. Nick survived. While we will never prevent all gun violence, it seems to me we can and we should use common sense to keep guns out of the hands of criminals. Common sense is all I'm asking for. Common sense suggests that you don't authorize and encourage a toxic mix of concealed weapons and alcohol at bars and nightclubs. Common sense suggests you don't allow those convicted of trafficking cocaine or selling drug paraphernalia to children to also buy and carry guns. As far-fetched and ridiculous as they may seem, these are real proposals that could be adopted as law by our state legislature. Common sense suggests that when 30% of crime guns in the country pass through a loophole that allows private gun sellers at gun shows to sell guns without a background check, then that loophole needs to be closed. In fact, an undercover investigator discovered that 83% of the time, gun dealers at the Westland Gun Show right here in Central Ohio knowingly sold guns to people who admitted they could not pass a background check. Now, snese is the company that holds gun shows at Westland Mall. Without the proper background checks, unlicensed private gun sellers will have the ability to sell to gangsters, criminals, and drug pushers at the snese gun show. snese, we are calling you out today. We are calling you out. Because if you have a nickel of moral responsibility in your pocket, I ask you to spend it in Columbus. Require background checks on all private gun sales at your gun shows. Common sense is all we're asking for.